Alright guys, welcome back to another EVE Online Abyssal Fit video. Today we're going to be taking out the VoidWalker Omen for a T1 Electrical Abyss run. This fit's kind of a blast from the past for me. It's one that I was running a lot when I was first getting out of the Tier 0 Abyss. And it was giving me quite a bit of difficulty, but I've ran it recently. And I believe the problem was more my lack of understanding of abyssal mechanic and good piloting than it was the actual fit itself. So we're going to go ahead and give it another go. In the highs, we've got focused modulated medium energy beam 1s all the way across. We have those fitted up with the microwave Imperial Navy microwaves. And in the cargo hold, we also have the Imperial Navy multi-frequencies. For your mids, we got a 10 min YSB compact afterburner, a large compact PB acid cap battery, X5 enduring stasis Webifier. For the lows, we do have 3 heatsink 2s, and you can doll these back down to just the Tech 1 heatsink. I don't think that'll give you much of an issue, really. You have a compact Multispectrum Energized membrane, twice, and a medium ACM compact armor repairer. In the rigs, medium EM armor reinforcer 1, medium auxiliary nanopump 1, and another medium auxiliary nanopump 1. So as you can see here, we're going to run this in electrical, and our EM resistance is way higher than our other resistances, and that's because we are going to have less EM resistance once we're in the dead space. Capacitor will be stable once we're in the electrical filament, so that won't be an issue. And for the drones, we have a complete loadout of Imperial Navy Acolytes. I went with the faction drones on this because I figured they'll get a little more tank. If you want to go cheaper, you can go with the Tech 1s. These will also be dishing out some EM damage, which is exactly what our ship hands out and what the Electrical Abyss has a lessened resistance for, meaning we will be able to kill our NPCs much quicker. So that leaves our fit coming in at 40.5 mil, including your filament for the comm electrical. Let's go ahead, we'll jump on in there and we'll see how it does. Okay, so right off the rip here we have a striking Lashak. We are not going to go for the extraction nodes simply because of the amount of time that it's going to take to get those. Start out just trying to head for our bioadaptive cache. And right off the rip, we're going to go with the microwaves because they give us a little bit more range. They give us 46-kilometer range. We can go ahead and start popping off at this guy. As well as freeing the drones. I mean, why not get all the DPS on him we can? Getting some pretty good volleys for a small ship like this. There's a 412 volley there. And there we go. Go ahead and pull the drones back in. Pop our cache. Grab our loot. And that's the first room completed. So this fit does a lot better than what I remember it doing. It seems like I was very overwhelmed when running this before, and I think it was just because I was used to the Tier 0 Abyss, and I was trying to go around and get all these extraction nodes, even though they were really, for the most part, worthless. And the amount of NPCs in the rooms, like when you get the drone waves, kind of caught me off guard. They're really not that bad if you just stay calm and keep shooting. That's the main thing. Keep moving, keep shooting. Alright, so here we have some lancers. Find our bioadaptive, we're going to head that way and circle. Not going to send our drones out just yet. Now we don't have to worry about running this stuff. Like I said, we are cap stable, so you can just leave that stuff running. Go ahead and hit this guy a few times before he gets in close range. Leave the drones on him. And switch to the Imperial Navies. The Imperial Navy multi-frequencies actually do have a pretty decent range on them here. We're looking at 21 kilometers. And the frigate, it's way less than that. And recall our drones, they're getting ate up pretty quick. And try to overheat my web and grab that guy with it. Good deal. That way we can apply just a little bit better. Be careful not to completely overheat it though. We could also upgrade this to a Tech 2 armor repairer as well. Or maybe even go faction if you really wanted to get fancy with it. I would try to keep it at the cost that it's at for the payout of a comm abyss. Okay, we're gonna redeploy the drones again. And recall them again. And we'll just keep chewing away at him. Moving in closer again, we ought to be able to grab him with that Webifier. That was another thing too, when I ran this fit before, I never used the Webifier. I didn't understand how it actually helped apply damage, which now I do. And I wasn't big on overheating my modules. All these things really, if done properly, greatly increase your odds of exiting the abyss successfully. Go ahead and get what loot we got here. To the gate. Now if you were going to go ahead and take the time to get all these extraction nodes, if it was me, I would just grab the cheap regular old mobile tractor unit and deploy that and just get the extraction nodes popped at distance and let the tractor unit pull it in. Because you really do have plenty of time to wait around to do that. So far we've only used 6 minutes and we're 2/3 of the way down here. Okay, we got some striking Damaviks. 3 of them. So again, we're just going to head towards the bioadaptive cache. I don't change that too awful much unless we're up against Charybdis Tyrannus, which you want to approach at an angle. There we go. Go ahead and web that guy. Trying to pull range. I'm going to overheat to increase our range on that module. We're just now starting to accrue damage on the module. We're doing pretty good as far as that's concerned. I'll go for this guy that's a little further out here. And we could also go ahead and deploy drones. Now they will be hazardous for our drones. The Damaviks are pretty keen on attacking drones. As long as we watch for the yellow box and keep an eye on our drone health, we should be fine. See, this guy done yellow boxed our drones. Now you'll start seeing somebody collecting some damage down here. If he's able to apply, and he's done back to targeting us, so No big deal. Now right off the rip, the Damaviks, they don't do a whole lot of damage, but the Triglavian weapon does amp up with each cycle, so it increases in damage the longer they're on the field. Go ahead and web this guy. I don't think we're actually hitting him here. One thing that I'll start doing is running some of these fits that are for alpha clones or beginners. I'll start running them in a alpha clone that is actually a beginner with less skills, just so we can kind of get a better idea of whether or not that's going to be a difficulty. But I really don't think it will be with this particular fit. You should be fine. If things start looking like they're going sideways for you, don't forget to overheat your repair module. That will help tremendously, and that's something that I never did when I was starting out. Okay, on towards the origin conduit to wrap up our little tier 1. We'll see just how much loot we got. Doesn't look like it was a tremendous amount, but it also only took us 10 minutes. That's okay. It should be about 27 runs to pay this fit off and to break even and actually start making pure profit off of it. Really did like this this skin too. This is one that they just gave out recently. I didn't even realize I had it, but I thought it was very fitting with going into the electrical abyss. Slap that on our VoidWalker. Nice. Has he? Let's see. Like 1.7 mil in minutes. Not too bad. And that's not even collecting the extraction node. That should do it, guys. And if you're having trouble getting fitted into this fit and you need more skill points to get more skills, I will leave a link down below. It is a recruiting link, and CCP will give you 1 million SP for free instantly if you go there and you sign in with your account. And it helps the channel out as well if you do that. So if you would want to run like the Tech 2 heat sinks and you don't have the skills to run it, that will easily do it. That's about 45 days, 30 to 45 days worth of training leading skill points, so very helpful. Alright guys, we're going to wrap it up there, and until the next one, fly safe.